Thanks for being on the show. Welcome to the Media Noche Show. Probably the most prestigious show you've been on.
All night.
Yeah. So, you are an animator. We've got stuff. You've got stuff on YouTube. If I don't know what I'm getting with Jim Lujan, what would be the best way to like prime somebody on
Jim Lujan primer? Go watch Freak Daddy. Go watch John Henry Unicorn. Go watch Mama I'm a Thug. And go watch a show called Growing Pains. I was the little kid on Growing Pains.
With Kirk Cameron.
Yes.
Very sorry to hear that.
Yes. I looked a little bit different and had pigtails. So.
So you've got a pretty eclectic like cast of characters in a lot of your movies. We've got one in particular who's, I could say he's homegrown. He's from Pomona. You've got rappers who are. How much of this is stuff that you're pulling from like personal? How much of it is stuff you're pulling from what you see around you? Where is all of this coming from that we're getting on YouTube?
I'm not a rapper.
Not a rapper.
I'm not from Pomona, but I do play one on TV, and I just like to make fun of things I see every day, but like twist them out, make them exaggerated. You know, that's kind of where I get my stories from. My cartoons are really character driven. So if I have like a weird character, I kind of let them take us on a journey.
And I mean, your characters are weird. Purple Ron, for example, I think he's one of my favorites. How did that, like, how did we get Purple Ron on the internet?
Well, the Purple Ron is also known as the Prince of Pomona.
The Prince of Pomona.
And it's just a guy that lives his life as if he was Prince in Purple Rain, except he lives in modern times and he's white and blonde. And
he works at
a yogurt shop in Claremont, and he's just keeps it real to himself. He wants to be original. He wants to be unique, but yet he's copying Prince completely, which is ridiculous.
I mean, I feel like everybody goes through a phase where they want to copy Prince growing up.
I'm still going through it.
Yeah. You do the voices for all of your characters.
Pretty much.
How do you record that yourself? How does that process go? I mean, are you recording in a studio? Are you recording at home? What's the setup there?
Home studio.
Studio.
Yeah. Usually when I come up with a story, I'll storyboard it on just a regular piece of paper, and then I kind of write little notes for the script. And usually I come up with the artwork first. And then when I look at my artwork, my drawings, I go, oh, this guy would sound like this, or that, and that's kind of, so I kind of hear the voices once I see what the characters look like. That, I don't go around town making up voices. Well, normally I don't when I'm on my medication.
Okay, because I've seen some of that, and it's wildly entertaining.
Yeah.
Could I have some of that medication there?
Yeah, I'll chop it up later.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Cool. How long have you been on the animation grind? Because you've been on the scene, I want to say a while.
Way while. My first cartoon I ever did, I think, was in 1998 or 7, around there. But it was an animatic, non-moving cartoon, and then I think stuff started moving around 2003, 2000, around there, 2004. But I've always loved animation, and I've always loved music, and I've always loved film, and what a great way to combine them. You could tell your own stories, as long as you don't get sick of drawing, I guess.
And I feel watching a lot of your movies, music sort of plays like its own character almost, especially in the ones like Rage Dog, the one with Jose Cabrera, who is a real person in real life.
No, Rage Dog is actually Jose is in He's in a couple of mine. Rage Dog, the theme song for Up in My Grill, which has a rapper named Rage Dog. That was Nisam Leon, the Cuban lion, my friend. And Jose was actually played a drug dealer in another one I did. So I like to I do like to have guest stars in my cartoons. Since I do all the voices, it gets boring. I have enough voices in my head already. I don't, it's nice to use somebody else's voice, once in a while. So I do like having guest stars. Jose Cabrera. I've had Javier Hernandez.
Okay.
Has done a guest voice. He was in. I did one called The Legend of Bobby Churro. It was a boxing movie, and he played a television announcer, and he played another boxer too in that movie.
Very good.
I like to sprinkle it with guest stars.
Cool. As do we. With our own guest star today, Jim Lujan, who's been on the scene, as you said, 2003. We're now looking at 2015, and you're now working on a couple of new projects, one of which is with Mr. Bill Plympton.
Yes.
Revengeance. How did that come about?
Or like my mom says, Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton?
I'm working with Bill Clinton. I got to know him over the years, just like a fan, and then one day interviewed him on Man vs. Art podcast with Raul Aguirre, and we went to his hotel and interviewed him in person and gave him a DVD, and he watched it months later. Cut to one day I get a phone call, and he says, "Hey Jim, you want to make a film together?" And I thought, well, okay, sure, let's try it. And I realized I wasn't dreaming, it was true. So we started working on a film just like that, and that was about a year ago, and the film is probably maybe not halfway done, it's probably a quarter of the way done right now.
Cool.
But I just saw some new footage yesterday of it put together, and it looks amazing, really cool. He's incredible.
And we have a trailer, or a clip from the trailer, that we're going to show you guys on today's episode. It's going to roll. Can we get that queued up right now?
There's two types of people in this world. Those who ride, and those who get taken for a ride. It's all a rat race. Everybody's trying to get their piece of cheese. You mess with my cheese, and snap goes the mousetrap.
Cut the cheese, Senator. Let's get down to business. Ma, we got another job.
What's that, Roddy? I can't hear you, son.
Well, that looks amazing. How long after the project started did you start getting, dailies back from Plympton and his crew over in New York?
Ooh, I probably in the couple weeks after we started getting back scenes, and that was surreal. That was really weird to see stuff that I would design actually starting to move, and to move so cool. The way Bill Plympton animates, it's insane.
And this is your first time actually having somebody, an outside source, come in and move and animate your drawings, right?
Exactly. I just set the bar way too high this time. It's like getting picked up to play baseball with the like the best baseball player around right now.
And that would be in this.
That would
case,
be Pedro Guerrero.
Pedro Guerrero.
Yeah.
Not Bartolo Colon.
That's current, right?
Current, yes.
Or
Mark McGuire. Oh wait, we're not in the 90s.
well,